And to our dear viewers, I am Mackline Asiimire, a businesswoman, a leader, a mom, and so many other things. But for this particular space, I think we are more interested in the politics and leadership, because rather business, because that's what puts me out there, and that's what makes Mackline stand out. So I've been a leader since my primary levels. Then I joined Nyanji, where I became house prefect. Then A level, I aspired for chairperson school council. Still same A level. I joined UNSA, that is Uganda National Students Association, representing the students of Bushenyi as their vice president. And yeah, we joined university, where I joined so many associations, but later on became the vice guild president of Makerere University Business School, MOBS, and yeah, elevated to national youth UNSA again, now at a national level, because in high school it was at district level, now at university it was at national level, where I became secretary for finance. And from there, I joined the National Youth Council, that is, yeah, National Youth Council, as Secretary for Sports and Culture. And from National Youth Council, I felt it was very important for me to advance from the young politics to active politics, the mainstream politics, where I just recently contested as a member of parliament on the NRM flag for Igara West. Fortunately, unfortunately, we may have lost the flag, but we won people's hearts. So that's who Maki is. And of course, I run Maki's Collection, a business that deals in really addressing women, powerful women like me. First of all, I ran on a position where most people think it's mainly for men. I didn't run on the direct seat of women MP. I ran on a direct position for constituency. And of course, like, it always hurts me because this is an open position meant for everyone. But it hurts me that we have very few women who contest for such direct seats. Every woman runs for the direct seat. So to me, I wanted to bridge that gap to show people that even as women, we have so many other spaces where we can actually go contest, win, and lead, not necessarily these positions that they've ring-fenced for only the women. So we have so many young people who are really crying for change. They've been crying that, oh, the politics is dominated by the old people. But if we, the young people, don't come out to contest, then how would we expect the old people to go? So I really wanted to bridge that gap to show people that even as the young people, we have the potential, we are eligible to contest, and we can represent the people regardless. So that's mainly the gap, or that I wanted to bridge, the gap of women being few in such spaces, and the gap of young people not really contesting for such positions, thinking they are meant for the old, but yet we are yearning for change. Because I want to believe that the change we desire starts with us. So it's us to fight so hard to bring this change. And I call upon all the young people, please, let's work together. If we are desiring for the change, we need to work together and make sure that we are active in such seasons, contest in different positions, so that, yeah, we can balance everything. Yeah, of course, like I told you, the politics in school is totally different, because in school you're dealing with an organized community that you're well conversant with. Like, these are students, you all have maybe same everything, same test, same whatever it is. Still, even for the youth politics that I've been into, you're basically focusing on youth alone. But now when you join the mainstream, you're dealing with a whole community with people from different backgrounds, different age, different beliefs, different religions. Like, it makes you mature. So me elevating from the youth politics now to the mainstream politics, I think it has made me mature as a person, because I had to now be, convincing my parents, my grandparents that, look here, I am the best candidate to represent your views. I had to convince the women, the men, that, look here, I am the best candidate to represent you. So it has made me grow spiritually, physically, socially, because I never used to be this confident. Actually, I never knew that Mackline could stand up and address a whole congregation. But wow, I was proud of myself that I could go into my community, address people, and actually people, I understand the kind of message I was giving them. So I am happy that I was able to join, because now it gave me a whole wide uh, about the community, how we're supposed to live, how to deal with different people, how to deal with the old people, how to deal with the religious leaders, how to deal with whoever, everyone, yes, and stay with the people. So I am now a better person. Personally, I think one of the fears that I had before I actually made up my mind to go for this was, how am I going to be talking to these people? How am I going to be so fluent in Runyankwere? Yes, it's not that I don't know my language, but I didn't expect myself to actually address people in Runyankwere that well. So, but once you give something a try and you're able to, like, willing to learn, trust me, things change. So I went there knowing I am not so conversant with Runyankwe. I'm not very confident, but guess what? I am going to go for this, and I will be a better person, a better person. So that helped me also really grow. I think everything about that journey, the fact that I had this big dream of contesting for such a big seat, because it's not like it's a dream that just came randomly. No, it was there way before. I think even like since high school. So the fact that I had this big dream and I made up my decision and finally went for this, because most people have big dreams, but they always fear to go for their dreams, to pursue their dreams. Because I remember when I told people around me, I'd already made up my mind. Because usually I don't make my decisions basing on what other people will say. Because once I believe that this is something that I desire, this is something that I can do, this is something that I know I'll perform better at, I'll go for it. But of course, courtesy, you just try to inquire around, maybe your parents, asking for their different opinions. But by the time I went to them, I'd already made up my mind that I was going to go for this. You need to be having a community that is really supportive. It's draining in terms of finance, because every day you're spending. Every day you're meeting people of with different intentions anyway. And of course, being a woman, the people who are coming to you, especially men, for their different intentions. The people who will really attack you and abuse you, and you're like, but dear, because chichi no. So yeah, the moments when I would consider, now why did I join this? Why am I even suffering? Do I deserve to be suffering like this? But then I would remember, Mackline, this is what it takes to chase a big dream. If a dream doesn't scare you, it's not a dream. So I was like, you know what? This is what it takes to be on top. I would remember all the scenarios of the president, how he went to the bush, he had to leave his family and he's there in the bush fighting. Finally, he became the president. I would remember so many scenarios in the Bible, because I want to believe I used to make more references in the Bible. How God, sent Abraham to a whole foreign land, and he had to leave every family members and everything he had, and went into a foreign land to. That's when he gained that whole status of being a father of believers. David the same. So whenever I would feel like giving up, I would be like, if Abraham had given up, he would not have attained that status. If David had given up, he would not have attained that. if even Mother Mary had given up, he would not have attained that. So that kept me pushing, knowing that there is light at the end of the tunnel. I think for online, there are different spaces. I'll start with online because there is a space that was really very receptive of my intentions to run. That is Instagram and TikTok. I want to say that was those two platforms were very supportive. Like they would always cheer me of, oh, go for it, we are proud of you, girl, even on the comments. So whenever I would see those positive comments on TikTok and Instagram, there are so many women that would be in my DMs, like women I never expected to even DM me, women I never expected were following me. They would be in my inbox. So that alone would give me the courage of I'm doing the right thing. But then we had this other side of Twitter that is really so toxic. But I think for Twitter, as already used, because Twitter is like that, it's like a whole platform of toxic people who don't want to see their fellow young people elevating. So I knew what Twitter was all about. I never used to really care so much about it, like not so much, because wait, they have nothing to do on me, like they are not adding any value on me. So if something is not adding value on you, it shouldn't really drain your energies, it shouldn't stop you from pursuing what you believe in, because at the end of the day, this is your personal dream. So if now you're to listen to the so many negative energies that are there, how about these people that are really believing in you? And for my community, I want to say it was very positive. Like if there's people, like everyone really, the way they received me, the way they believed in me, the way they would cheer me, gave me more courage that you're Maclean, you're doing the right thing. There is no one time when I regretted being in that community, because I didn't receive a lot of hate from there. I received a lot of love. So that's why I never used to pay so much attention to Twitter till when I had to even exit, because if something is not like adding value to you, like I said, there are seasons in life, just like you have your garden and a season for weeding riches, and you have to remove that unwanted plant. So I reached a season when I was like, I need to remove things from my life that are not adding so much to me or that are really draining my energies. So I had to let Twitter go and keep on platforms that are really pushing me to be a better person. Really, not so much. As because as used to Twitter, like it's basically like that. Just like it's basically like that. And I didn't leave because I'm weak. I left because I'm better off than people who are abusing me. Yeah. So I don't want to be in the same spaces with people who can never sit on the same table with you. Like you must know your worth and go for it. So I didn't leave because I was bullied or because I was threatened. No, but because I felt this is now below average. McLean, go for better things. Yeah, because I would find it a little bit draining. But mentally, I was strong. Because if I was not strong, then I would have maybe even left the race because of the attacks. Because the attacks were really too much. They're attacking your innocent kids. Now you can imagine a whole 30-year-old over 40. You're abusing an innocent kid of 1 year. So now why should I be in the same space with that person? Really, for what? There's absolutely nothing. Yeah. So I just left for purposes of being a better person and elevating my circles. You say I didn't even know that it was like this, because now after elections I meet so many people who meet me and they're like, oh McLean, we are proud of you, I'm this, I know you don't know me but I'm proud of you. Recently I traveled to China, so starting from I first went to here Masters to do some shopping. So immediately when I was getting out as I prepare for my trip, I met a woman, very nice looking woman. Oh, McLean, we are proud of you. You don't know us, but we are proud of what you did. When I go to the airport, I met so many people who are saying, "Oh, McLean," I didn't even have to join their queue because your people there knew me and they're like, "No, come, come." So the most, I think where I really got so much interested was when now I reached Doha, and I found that people who knew me. Then when I go to China, it was in the evening. You're like trying to waste time on the streets. Then I meet this woman. She's like, "Oh, McLean. Oh, just know I am your big follower. Thank you for what you did." I'm like, "Okay, okay. So you mean I'm now global? I'm now international because that whole entire trip I would meet different people, different points who knew me. So really I can now see the impact. Even today morning when I was just there at Rugogo, some beautiful lady, she had to wait for me to park. She's like, "I was waiting for you to park and say hi to you." I'm like, okay. So really I know this has left a big in my life, and just like we said, we are never going back. Yeah. Of course, just like I told you, number one, culture beliefs. There are men out there who still believe a woman cannot be their leader, because I remember in my early days when I just started, just still trying to figure out, getting used to the community. The old men who told me, "Oh, young girl, young lady, why didn't you contest for woman MP? You think us men can really accept a woman to be our MP?" To be our MP. So now we still have so many people in our villages who think that women should not be leaders. Others used to complain about age of, no, you're still young. So you wait till next time, wait for the next Sanja, because you're still young. And I'm like, come on, how sure are you that by next Sanja I'll still be alive? Because this is the only time I have maybe to chase this dream. And of course, the challenges are you as a woman, the things you can't do. Like now, my male counterparts had an advantage of even running their campaigns up to midnight. But for a woman, midnight, there's no way I would be out by 10. No, latest actually 8. I'm expected to be where? To be home. So they had that advantage. For them, they can campaign till late night. Then, of course, still, like I said, very few people still believing in women, that women can. But I am happy that I proved the point of actually women, we are strong, we are powerful because we give birth to you people. We carry you for 9 months. So I was trying to prove to society the strength that women carry, but people never get to realize that actually women are really powerful people. Because, come on, a woman has to carry a baby for 9 months. Push. I want to believe that in the next Sanja, I will see more women contesting in different positions against men. This is not like we are fighting against men, but if we are saying gender equality, then women and men should be in position to compete favorably. Yeah. Yeah, of course, I wanted to be a voice for the voiceless, because life there is completely different from life here in the urban centers. It really hurts that when you go back to our communities, the schools that you look at their state and you're like, Manage 2025, we still have such schools in our communities. In 2025, we still have such people with such mentalities in our communities. Of course, there's so many school dropouts. There's so many women who are really not empowered. Still, the men actually who are also not empowered. There is a lot of drug abuse among youth, and it pains me a lot. You look at the people maybe that you studied with in primary, and now you look at them like, are we even the same? Are we age mates? Did we go to the same schools? So it's to bring hope back to people, because I think people have lost hope in maybe life. Of we can't make it just because I don't have a job, you just easily give up. But I wanted to bring back hope to people, hope back to fellow youth, because I see many young people giving up on life, and that's why they are ending up abusing drugs. But I believe when we work together as different communities and show them that, you know what, don't just easily give up on life. There is a much better life tomorrow. I would be able to change people's mind. And of course, once we change their mindset, then things start getting better. Of course, lobbying for people, different things, empowering women with different skills, because like now we are into so much of skills. Someone with a skill is better off than someone who just went and acquired knowledge. So I needed to see women who are empowered, women who can take care of their families. Still, we have men who are not men anymore. Like, I think we've over focused on the women and we are now forgetting the men. Because these days you see men and you're like, are you a dad? Like, are you also leading a family? So now I needed to also focus on men empowerment to show men, please, now be dads, be men of the house. Don't just wake up and, man, you're busy chilling. Like, it's 7 a.m. and the man is in a bar. And let's first do something for your house. Like, be a role model for your children. So there's so many things that, of course, I really envisioned, but mainly was to bring hope. Because if you're leading people with hope, then it takes you far. But if you're leading a community with no hope, you're just like, doing nothing. Also, of course, we have now a mindset of, you know what? For one to be a leader, you must be from this good background. You must be rich. You must be having money. You must be having this and that and that and that. So I wanted to break all those barriers to show people that, come on, as long as you have maybe a senior six certificate that is required, you too can contest. Like, it's not all about money. It's about your capabilities as a person, because I don't think leadership is all about money. No, we have so many good leaders who are failing to make it because of money. So I wanted to break that barrier of, look, Asiimire is just a boutique owner, but she's here trying to compete with people who have the monies, so that I can give hope to people, even us, we can. Don't sit on your potential just because you do not have the financial masses. Yeah. Like previously, still I think it has been the same cycle, only that I think now because of media, that's when people are really getting to know about it. Because if you're to take a look at the previous Chisanja, there were so many young people who actually elevated from National Youth Council to Parliament. I want to look at Liliana Bell. She was the chairperson, former chairperson of National Youth Council. If you're to look at Honorable Minister Nyamtoro, she was the former chairperson, no, female affairs of maybe in terms of youth. We have Ruguma Edson, who has been the current youth MP for Western. Like, there's so many young people who have been in these spaces, only that, of course, by then, media was not that, hyped. But now, media is everywhere. Like, whatever you do, it's just in your eyes. But still, I like the fact that more young people are really coming up to participate in these spaces. I always tell people I'm proud of my generation, because if we are desiring for change, like just like I said, we are the people to bring this change. The only difference is now it's about from which family, who knows you, what do you have. It's no longer about ideas. Unlike in the past, it was basically about ideas. Who has the best interest for youth? But now it's about who has more money to win such positions. Because we recently saw what happened in the youth elections, people buying votes at 1 million, 2 million, and they're like, but yeah, so I think these days it's no longer about the ideas. It's about who has much to offer and you take it. That's how crazy it is. And it's starting down from the grassroots, because I don't see why someone who is contesting to be a youth leader at a village level or even district level would spend more than 1 million to win that election, because you're not going to gain anything so much. Like, there is no financial gain. But then here you're injecting gain so much, because then your people have lots of expectations, but reality would hit them after. So it hurts me. I think we still need a lot of civic education before such periods to show people that, come on, this money you're injecting in, is it really, where are you going to get it from? And that's why we now have lots of corruption cases all over, because someone injects in all that much money. So where do you expect them to get it from? Of course, from the offices they are running. And that's not the future that we desire for our children. Yeah. So if we are to start fighting corruption, it starts with us. It starts now by voting rightly, not basically for money, but for better ideas. Yeah. Let's vote for the right leaders who have the best interests for our people. I think we are now more focused on our business. Eh, no, of course, yeah, it's a period, it's a season. We're not saying we're giving up. No, we're just 30, so we can't just give up. We've just started. But for now, we want to first focus on growing our business. Because yeah, still we need that money to survive. You get it. But community-wise, yeah, I'll keep doing so much work for my community because my community still needs me. I need to go back down there and do mindset change in my community so that by 20 whatever 30, yeah, not yeah, 2030, by then maybe we shall have better people who are more aware about their rights. Yeah, because I've seen most people take advantage of people's ignorance down there. So I want to keep going back to my community and empowering more young people, especially, and the women. But anyway, even the men. So I'm not quitting. Of course, I may not be so active in the political spaces, but leadership is not all about having an office. You can serve in any space you are in. So as a leader, I'll still serve my people in the little space that I'll be in. There is no dream that will just come on a silver plate. So if you're dreaming to be a leader, a politician, even if it's business, anything, you must be ready to face the world. And the world has never been fair. The world is too harsh. So go for it. The right people will connect with you. And of course, if you also don't face such challenges, it means you're not chasing a dream, because once you now go into that harsh world and you face that kind of, the abuses and everything, you grow a thick skin and you know that I'm now ready. I'm now more bolder. You become more courageous, you become more confident, you become so many things. The moment you're able to fight against all those challenges, then you become a winner. So there is no dream that will just come on a silver plate. If you want to chase a bigger dream, be ready for that challenge. Be ready for those challenges, because just like I said, the world is too harsh, but we must be harsher and stronger. Yes, good things come to those who fight for them. That's why the president went to the bush to fight. So we must also go into the bush and fight for what we believe in. I think the biggest actors are actually we, the people, the voters, because we are the people with the mandate to vote. Like, someone will not carry you from your house of, oh, I gave you 20K, you're not voting for me. No, even if you give me your 20K and I don't vote for you, there's nothing you're going to do for me. So it comes back to we, the community, to know exactly what we want. Because I used to tell my people that, look, yes, people are going to come with money. They buy you at 20K, or even if it's 50, even if it's a million. But in the end, 5 years wasted. At the expense of who? You, because taxes are going to keep increasing. Your children's school fees will keep increasing. Service delivery will be that poor. So in the end, who is suffering? You, the voter. So it's about we, the people, to know what exactly we want And we have the power to fight against all those things. So I don't believe in that whole thing of, oh, people are injecting in money. What? No, 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 no. Let us be bold and also fight for what we believe in. Let us not be threatened. Let us not be shaken. We can change and we can bring the change that we desire if we all decide to speak one language. Like, I think basically I am a lady of few words. No, when people see me, they think, oh, because I think the online me and the physical me are totally different personalities. I'm such an introvert. Yeah, I'm an introvert who likes my space and who likes my peace and who is camera shy sometimes. But maybe now this will be for my business. Call all of you people, come and support my business, Maki's Collection. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, because that's my main hustle right now. But also, Ugandans, we are going in now to the general elections. Please, let's try and protect our country. We don't want political violence, people fighting, because, man, once you lose your life, you'll be gone forever. Like, no one will even remember. You'll not even be mentioned among the heroes who died during this period. So let us try to protect our peace. Let us try to protect our country. And yes, vote for the right leaders who will represent us and who have the best interest for us as the citizens of this country, because at the end we are one. What affects someone in Lango is the same that is affecting someone in Ankole. So let's love ourselves as Ugandans.